All good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game between the Green Bay Packers. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. He'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Yeah, the NFC West, the North Division of the MOF. But if you look at the teams that are in the playoff hunt, Rob, it's the same teams from the last 2 seasons. I think we're starting to see who the players are consistently each season.
You know, we keep trying to figure out the ins and bits of the Madden. This edition, of course, it's been a struggle for some of us on defense, but nonetheless, we figured it out. Great timing. Hey, on to the next week.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Block now to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And down he'll go at the 25.
Complete to Justin.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Love in the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Love. He gives this to Devontae Adams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The Packer first down.
The first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Love now on 2nd down. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shot.
And the ball comes out. here showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. That's a great play for that defensive unit. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right. So
they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love from the gun. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Packers.
Play fake. Here's Love. It's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that 1st down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Block working out of the gun. Smith catches left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there. 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, second and 7. Shotgun snap to Locke. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That'll be complete to Cook. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this second and 9. Back to the ground, Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Locke. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, Green Bay.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Love. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw now. Here's Love. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the time, but you know.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third and long, it's Locke. Now, he wants the football that's held, and the Packers pick it up. Bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown.
The kicker on for the extra.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
At the 41.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a run with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
He's brought down at the
good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
There's a ball from right side and complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Making the catch is Sternberger. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
Yard loss leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
24, Vikings 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
You can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Love. And he gets his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Gain of 12.
To the air again. Love. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. First down, going to the air with Love. Flush to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that'll make it 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Closing stages of the first half.
The first down pass. Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of missed.
Touchdown, Packers! Kenny Stills, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock.
Throws another one. It's intercepted.
Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play,
and the ball comes out. Love lost it. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll set up to throw. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
24.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Complete.
A gain of 32 that time.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 3 plays, all resulting in 3-yard carries to bring up 4th down. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing now is Locke. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Love.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
11 yards there, 1st down. From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Locke to Jefferson on the slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Again, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. And now here's another interception. formation, and I'm going to use one of the... most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
I haven't been a defensive coordinator yet. The thing 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. The playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again, Gordon on second and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
44, Vikings 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Looking to throw on second down. Rolls. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. 24-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Gordon.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Throwing on first down. Wells. This one brought in by Jefferson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wells. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the point. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be
taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, the train just keeps rolling 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.
So. To our sweet little girl, but any day. I just remember when I was that's what they say. My mom always, said, well, I hope you have a little girl, and I hope she's just like you. And I was like, well, you kind of jinxed me because I kind of got it worse, because now I have a boy. I don't know if that's most Fridays. Like I said, I generally only work one weekend a month, and when I do, then I get the Friday off.
Okay, sure.
But sometimes I work 2 weekends a month. But that's very offset. So it's just for sure one Friday a month. Keeping that in perspective, I work.
Tell you what, I'm not working weekends at all.
Yeah, if I could, honestly though, weekends with my job, I don't want to work. It's so quiet.
Now, where do you work?
I'm a property manager at school. I'm not one of the site offices.
Yeah, I'd be interested in actually. And I tell you what, I'm not a multi-position person.
Oh.
You know, my gosh, I'm multi-position. I cannot sit 3 hours a day talking to people on their credit cards.
No. That's why I can never do that. Even with my profession, sometimes I'm just like,
It was like, well, when I was hired, it was kind of a something like, you know, obviously some days it's busier than others, but then there's days when there wasn't much to do. That was totally not it at all. Like back to back, like you didn't have a break between calls.
sure, girl.
Like really, hey, still, I don't mind talking to some people once in a while, but I don't want to spend 8 hours on my nails.
Josh talks about how he worked in the call center. Oh, hell no. No. I could never. It takes a certain kind of person, and I'm not.
I know, either way, I thought I could do it, but no, doing it, like, no, I can't do this.
At least you tried, and now you have a little bit more empathy for them when they call you. No, we didn't give you free money. The things that they should teach you in high school. It is kind of common sense. No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not. Like, that was my biggest thing. I was telling Josh, I was like, well, I don't know how that works with, because Braden's last daycare provider actually was a hired-on cleaner for my company, so I got to talk to her quite a bit. And she was kind of explaining to me a little bit how it works, and it was like, well, I know you only get so many spots where you can fill here and there, and I don't want to end up ultimately screwing you by taking part-time. I'm sure a lot of people are still at home. Right, of course.
Eventually, I mean, it's going to happen eventually.
Right.
Whether it's a month from now or a year from now, I don't know.
I'm on the way by this time. He's going to shut the whole country down.
Not my president.
Well,
Because everybody's done.
I mean, if it's a sign of anything, Braden, the schools, they go back to full-time when we are on the 19th. Yeah, so, I mean, that is kind of a glimmer of hope, because they've been so strict in lockdown, and now they're letting us go back, so, hopefully. But and that's the thing, too, is, I don't know, I mean, obviously, we'll be doing, you and then my mom for quite a while, but ultimately, I do ideally want to get something closer so that it's not such a trek for all of us. I don't want to burn my mom out, and then for two, it was like, well, how convenient because then you can hang out with us. Right. How nice is that? So, if that says anything, I mean, you'll still have a chance. You know, even if you need a fill spot, just give me a heads up and I'll start looking. But ultimately, I do want to find something.
Right, something closer to North Park.
Exactly. But, I mean, if I had it my way, I'd just go party. Right. Right. Well, and then to top it off, my job is literally 7 minutes. My office is 7 minutes from my house. And then Breeze's school is like halfway point here in the office. So the only reason I actually have to leave is because I legit have to go to West Fargo with that. Otherwise, it would take me less than 15 minutes to work every day. So that's part of it. It was like, gosh, I just ultimately, you know, if someone was like down the street, like how perfect. But at the same time, like you were saying, I don't really want to look right now because everything's so up in the air. You know, I could find daycare and then a week later she's closed. Exactly. Exactly. Right. Yeah, it's definitely strange right now. Hopefully, and that's the biggest part of it. That's kind of why well, I don't really have to look, and I know who you are, so I can trust you when you say it. Because that's the big thing too. Like I'm sure that not this is not against you, but a lot of us have the cheaper end daycares right now. I mean, the ones that are open, you're gonna have people that sketch it out as who they really are.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, I'll never. Right. I will never put my name in the business. And that's only because I worked at one. Yeah. But doesn't that make you nervous? Like, that was my thing. When I was pregnant with Rita and I was working over here. But I wasn't in the infant's room and the girls that were pregnant. I'm not even a parent yet, and I definitely don't think I would trust them. So, it just turned me way off forever for the
Never really thought too highly of the center, and then when I got the offer to work for the Wild, I was like, well, maybe they're not so bad.
Here's the thing about the Wild.
And I mean, there's so many people that work there.
Yeah. And you're dealing with people's kids. Like, come on.
Right. It's like, I don't know the easiest thing, but I kind
Ooh, yeah. And I could definitely see how that would be more of like a stronghold coming from the school. You definitely would have more rules and things.
Well, yeah, and then, like, my biggest problem is we had one kid. We had young kids, I mean, not that I want to classify kids, but they ran. They didn't like to listen. You don't take the class, go somewhere, and they run away.
Right.
You know, they're one, two. Addison says, hi, Mariah.
Hi, baby girl. Your daddy's here for you.
Baby girl. But yeah, so then we were expecting, like, I mean, we couldn't even hardly take them outside because if we did, we had to walk across the entire school. So it's like, that's not cool. The playground over there wasn't even for the kids that I want. Like, it was. It really was. Already just before that, we went to a big drop tour. Why would you want to put the kids this age here?
There's nothing for
You
them to
can't
do.
provide them.
Right. Yeah, no, they didn't really do that. I'm definitely excited for JJ to be around other little kids. I mean, I think it's really socialized. It would be nice to have kids to play That definitely makes it harder. But yeah, I'm definitely thankful for that. The older two have definitely helped it become a little more social. Or just let me have fun. With my cookies and my ice cream that I don't want to share. Fair enough. So how I gotta get all that too. I've always got my mom for back.
Right. Well, like I said, right now, I mean, when he's looking, I think I've posted 5 times on different Facebook pages. So people working from home, they did the same thing I did with Brandon when I was working at the bank. I was like, when am I going to be making? Right. You know, yeah, the job sucks, and I'm supposed to be on the phone all the time, but what am I going to do?
Well, and if Biden gets his way and he shuts this down, we can communicate, and I don't necessarily feel bad if I have to work from home. You know what I mean? I still feel bad, but it's not as, if I was trying to start over. Oh, by the way, so that's another thing. Well, yeah, we'll do the thing. I think he's ready to everything. I mean, if anything, we'll maybe plan for next week. Something comes up, but I'm trying. I'm trying over here. What did you do as I possibly can? Awesome. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. Sounds good. Playful, not really your fault. We have to go all together. Don't we?
So what did you decide?
What did I decide?
I mean, what's going on with daycare?
Probably tentatively starting next week. We just gotta get the paperwork.
Alright.
And she's just gonna let me know if someone will be comfortable with the position. You know, have to make sense to it.
Okay.
Hey, come here.
After 7 already, I gotta go.
Yeah, I don't want that little fucker. Love you.
Love you too.
Try to be in a better mood.